What is up everybody, I am Zan, and in this video we are gonna find out, does the Moto X Pure edition is still worth buying in 2019 or not. So hopefully till the end of this video we are gonna find out the answer. So let's get started. So kicking off this video with the screen size, and the screen size is relatively huge considering the recent trend of bigger screen size smartphone. So the screen is 5.7 inches and the pixels are as well very dense in the display at around 550 ppi, means pixels per inch. The screen gets decently bright under the sunlight, so no problem using the phone under the sun. The screen resolution is 2560 by 1440, making this phone's display a QHD panel, but I still wish we can adjust the screen resolution in order to save the battery, as I said in the last year's video as well. So the video is linked below and attached above. If you love big sized smartphone, then you will definitely love this one as well. This phone is approximately 4 years old because this was launched in 2015. I don't remember the month, but the year was 2015, and the performance is at this date even it's pretty fit. Doing day-to-day performance, doing day-to-day tasks on this phone are pretty smooth. No UI glitches, no UI lag, nothing, thanks to 3 gigs of RAM and a Snapdragon 808 processor. Even though the games having high graphics are operating in this device smoothly, and I love to play the SBK 17 on this 5.7 inch display. Now coming towards the design, this phone feels pretty solid in holding the hands. This phone is made out of rubber and aluminium. The aluminium frame covering the whole body is pretty dope, and this thing feels heavy, which is kind of a nice thing for me because it represents the durability. So I kind of like the feel of this phone in the hands. And yes, the 3.5mm headphone jack is present in this device. Although the power button and volume button lost their clickiness or tactileness, if it's a word. So if you press the power button or volume button, then they don't give you a clicky feel. So not a big thing, but I thought I would mention this here. Whenever you are holding this device does not feel outdated in your hands like some other phones do, like S5, iPhone 6s, 6. So that's the thing to notice. This thing does not feel outdated, although the bezels are pretty big. I mean, the top and bottom bezels are really huge. The iconic Motorola dimple is present at the back side of the phone under the camera, but it does not have the fingerprint scanner. Speaking of the fingerprint scanner, this phone does have the face unlock, but the face unlock is not at all secure. This face unlock can be unlocked by showing your photograph to it, and this phone will trust that the guy is in front of me and the phone will unlock. The battery life of this smartphone is not that efficient. As I told earlier that we cannot adjust the screen resolution because the resolution is 1440p. It is fixed to 1440p. Like if we can reduce the resolution to 1080p, then the phone does not have to push many pixels, and that might save the battery, that will save the battery, but there is no option to adjust the screen resolution. That is the reason the battery life is not that great. I am kind of not satisfied with the battery life when I was using this phone as my daily driver. This was the only problem I was facing in the entire phone, which I was not satisfied with. Although the battery size is 3000 milliamperes. Now let's talk about the camera. On the back, the camera is 21 megapixel shooter, which can shoot videos at 4K 30 frames per second, 1080p at 30 frames per second, and 720p at 120 frames per second, the slow motion. I don't use front facing cameras in my phone, so I won't be able to share anything about front facing camera, except the front facing camera is 5 megapixels and it also can shoot videos at 1080p 30 frames per second, and that is it I can say about the front facing cameras. So now again moving towards the rear facing camera, which is 21 megapixels. I will show you some of the sample photos taken on the Moto X Pure's rear facing camera, and the photos taken in the bright daylight are good, they are nice. But if you take photos in low light or at the night, then the photos are not that good because of the photo becomes grainy, plus they are very soft. This camera performs better in daylight rather than at the night or indoor situations, but the HDR is really good at this camera. As you can see in this photo of a little plant, what is in the background is not visible if I take photo without HDR, but if I turn the HDR on, you can see there's a car. Now let's talk about the speakers, one of the best features in this smartphone. This phone has dual front firing speakers and the audio quality is just phenomenal. The speakers of this phone can get really loud. Watching YouTube videos on this phone or playing games is a real fun in this device. And the speakers are by far my favorite part of this entire smartphone. The speakers are my favorite part and the battery is my least favorite part. I really like the whole UI of this phone. The UI is Motorola's own UI, which is pretty similar to stock Android's UI, and the Android version is 7.0 Nougat, which means multitasking is there and you can do multitasking on this phone as well. But the thing I like more is that Motorola has added some of the features, a couple of features in this UI which makes the experience more good, like double chopping your smartphone. Let me show you. Double chopping your phone, this will open the flashlight, and then doing it again, this will turn off the flashlight, and twisting your phone, twisting your wrist twice, this will open the back camera, and then doing it again, this will open the front facing camera. So that's pretty neat and I like it. And this one does also have the feature to double tap the power button to open the camera as the Google's phone have it. So that was pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you are watching till here, then let me know in the comments below what is your current daily driver. So with that being said, I'm signing out. Peace and assalamu alaikum.